Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Blackstar here. Over here with the Sunday Night Raw pre-interview, or the pre-Sunday Night Raw number 46 interview. So, on the other line with me on Skype, we have the one and only Blitzball champ.
What's going on?
Yep. So, those who don't know, we have a Sunday Night Raw, a new Sunday Night Raw coming up this Sunday, of course. Number 46, getting close to 50, and our main event that's going to be at 6 p.m. Eastern, pretty early. It's going to be Chief Flash versus Denkai. So, he's going to see probably the top level American Wolf up here. So, but also one of the undercards, actually right after that, is Swordfish 2, aka Blitzball champ. Why you have like 3 names?
When I originally made this profile like a long while ago, I didn't really think too much about it. So it was one of the things that later on when I changed my gamer tag, because I used to be known as Techno Dragon 500, but then I wanted something a little more unique and original. And with me being such a big Final Fantasy fan and the mini game Blitzball, came up with Blitzball champ.
Okay. What about Swordfish? Where'd that come from?
Cowboy Bebop. Spike Spiegel's ship is called the Swordfish 2.
Oh man, yeah, you got great taste in. That's my favorite anime ever. Best anime ever made. Period.
Yeah, same here actually. It's my all-time favorite.
Yeah, I actually need to go pick up the what's it called? The collector's edition. No, the 10th. No, that was the 20th anniversary. Man, wow.
Yeah, it's came out on Blu-ray.
Yep. So I need to pick that up. I already missed out on the collector's edition, but I'm definitely gonna pick that up. The special edition at least. So, yep. So glad you got good taste in anime and TV shows. Fine, exquisite taste. Nice, good job on that.
Much appreciated.
Okay, so you got Blitzball champ. Yeah, what was it? Technotron 5000.
Techno Dragon 500.
Oh, okay. So I was close. But okay, so yeah, that Blitzball champ. We all know from Final Fantasy X. And what's your PSN name?
It is Hiten Ryu 89, which Hiten Ryu is Fei Long's fighting style.
Oh, Fei Long. I don't know why I was thinking Kenshin. But yeah.
That's Hiten Mitsurugi style.
Oh, okay. See? I was close again. See?
Yeah.
Alright, so, we're gonna do it the same way as the other interviews. Like about 7 questions, maybe more, maybe less. You already answered one pretty much. Tell us how you got your tag. So
yeah, I enjoy them. It was Blitzball champ. I've been rocking for at least a good 6 or 7 years, so I've stuck with it.
Yeah, that's what's up. So hey, but actually, you know what? Because you actually acquired a new sort of nickname along VFDC or virtuefighter.com. The board's over there. And so would you say it's like the Wolf Assassin or the Wolf Hitman? Like what would you say your new nickname is?
The Wolf Assassin. You could say that. I think that'd be quite fitting.
Oh, say it again. I'm sorry.
Either Wolf Assassin or the Assassin Wolf. Probably the Assassin Wolf.
Okay, so let's talk about how you got that. So you got the hit list, right?
Indeed. Custom made.
So can you explain the hit list for us? Because this shows like how much dedication you got to the game, Virtua Fighter. A lot of people need this.
Certainly. So ever since really kind of, digging into playing a lot more Final Showdown and really kind of paying attention more to your Sunday Night Raw streams and really getting to know some of the other players. And ever since after getting pretty much destroyed easily by Chief Flash themselves, a combination of that plus, meeting you in person for the first time and just really, learning from the both of y'all really motivated me. You know what? I'm going to turn this around and actually really make the effort to get better, to learn and actually beat some people. And in doing that, plus researching on YouTube, just, a lot of, other different players and just playing rank match, and whenever the opportunity presents to play, in room match or player matches, as you've invited me into before, you know, I kind of got more courage to, actually be like, you know what, I'm gonna challenge a whole bunch of these players eventually, and if I keep just going at it and being consistent, I want to beat some of those big names like Chief Flash and Denkai and Gentleman Thief. And, the way I see it, you're not going to get any better unless you take on bigger fish and you work your way up. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Wow, you literally cannot say it better than that. Oh my goodness, yo, because this, you new generation of players, man, they so soft, man. They get beat and they just want to rage quit or send mail or, pick a different character and try and do goofy tactics that don't work. No, there's no easy way out. If you want to win, you got to fight the best, you got to lose to the best, and you got to beat the best. Or you got to lose to everybody, and then you got to beat everybody. So,
Oh,
so,
definitely.
yeah. So
And
I'm so glad you said that.
yeah, well, I mean, when you think about it, that's how we get better. That's how we get to the level that we are. We're going to have to take those rough losses. And, I look back at, the sets that I have with Chief Flash, with VF Hayata, with Even Pit, and, even, against you. And, like a lot of the matches in some of those sets that I've lost were really tough. But at the same time, you got to pick yourself up, because you're always presented with the opportunity to, improve and get better. And, whether it's just keep playing, receive advice from whoever offers, you gotta factor all that in, and you just gotta go for it. Gotta go for it.
Yeah, that's what's up. See, that's exactly the right attitude you have. So, while we're on the subject, can you go over the names that you have? How many names you have on your list? You have it on you, right?
Yes, I have it up currently. Let's see. Starting from the top, it's a little over 20 something. So starting from the top and listed, but made in no particular order, is you, Black Star, BG, some know him as BG Akira, Gastonel, Lucky GT, known as Gentleman Thief,
Yep.
STL Tim.
Yep.
We have Shiny Brentford,
Yep.
Tricky.
Oh man, if he comes back.
I hope he does. I really, really hope he does, because he's destroyed me number of times, and I can't let that just sit for too long. But continuing on, Chief Flash himself,
Yep.
Libertine, which is one of the best Brads I've ever seen online. King of Carnage VF, which out of this whole list is the one that I've played against the most, and we've had some great matches back and forth. I enjoy playing him a lot.
Yeah, I can see y'all styles being real similar. So, I can see y'all having good matches.
Yeah, and he plays multiple characters. Jeffrey, Wolf, Go, Akira. He has a sick Go and a sick Akira. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, Evan Pitt,
Oh,
which
yeah.
I've had one raw set with him before. Only got three wins against him, so he destroyed me as well. That Eileen matchup was really tough for me. I got to work on that.
Man, yo, you got them long like legs and arms, and you hit like a truck. So, just just stay in the matchup. It'll get easier. I'm pretty sure.
For sure. And Rare Entity.
Yep.
One of pretty much like when somebody says L Blaze, Rare Entity comes to mind instantly.
Right.
Let's see. We got two Lei players in Fnatic and VF Numbers.
Oh, numbers. Yeah. Numbers doing the job stuff. He might come back. Fnatic. I saw him recently, so he might be popping back. But he was MIA for a little bit, but he might be back.
He actually just signed on the last night. I actually played a couple of matches with him. So shout out to Fanatics. Good to see you back out there and online playing some VF.
Yeah, real
So,
life Shaolin martial artist. So he lives what he plays, quite literally.
oh, makes all the sense in the world, especially for the way that he plays.
Yep.
So, continuing on, one of the funniest guys on here, VF Hayato.
Oh
It's
yeah.
it's hard to play against him and keep a straight face.
Yeah. I think he'd be a great opponent for you. Yeah, his style is like don't care. So yeah,
Eh,
dealing with that, that's another skill in itself.
Oh, for sure. Um, Pretty much up and rising high level owie player, B Bounty Hunter, has impressed me like day in and day out each time I see him fight.
Yep. He's been
Like,
beating everybody, so it's
oh, for sure.
pretty much the best alloy. Don't see anybody better out there.
Yeah, sounds accurate. Next, which he's kind of shown like that he really, I don't know if he really would face me on a first to 10, but Shadow Master. And the reason why he's on there was mainly at the time when, we kind of fought a long while back after he kind of reached out to me. I mean, it was cool. It was really cool. And I just felt like he would be great to, run a first to 10 against because I don't know too many pie players out there. I mean, it wasn't really a matter of, oh, he's the best one or such and such, but just not too many that I know out there.
Yep, that's true. But yeah, his pie. Yeah, he's pretty much an OG. So he's got some pie experience. So he'd be a good opponent.
Yeah. Let's see. A couple of more to go. Wave Rusher Kobe.
Oh yeah.
Um, One of my favorite commentators in Shidosha.
Oh yeah. Best Taka.
Indeed. Zas,
Oh
which
Zaz. Yo man, he's good.
indeed. It's been a long while since I played him, but a really, really threatening wolf. And I enjoyed playing him. It was only like maybe a couple of matches, maybe like 5 or 6, but I mean, very great guy and just, you know, very cool to play. Very cool to play.
Hmm.
Let's see. We have Jacko.
Oh yeah, it's man to beat right now.
Yeah, and I really appreciate his enthusiasm and just willingness to play against me and give me match after match. So I'm really thankful for that.
Yeah, he's really good at helping people out. He control people and be heelish, but he'll also be like, hey, do this, and that, and he'll actually lift people up as far as skill wise. So we need a lot more of that. So yeah,
Oh, for
Jacko's
sure.
that dude, and he's one of the best players in the country. Period. So
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, well said. Next, we have Denkai.
oh yeah, so this will be in the main event to this Sunday.
Oh yes, an excellent main event that I also look very forward to.
Hmm.
KO Kamayas Okin,
Yep.
which this guy cracks me up. Like, I tell you, I enjoy his personality, like as well as his, fighting skills, and just seeing him being very consistent with his Jeffrey, and also branch out into other characters like, like Brad, which I remember seeing recently, and it's just very great player that's really kind of been out there for a while, a good long while. So definitely had to put him on the list.
Yep.
This next guy was interesting. Shankster.
Oh yeah. The head of NWO, New Wolf Order.
Yeah, he reached out to me and it kind of caught me off guard, and then had the chance to play in the rape room, and that was very entertaining.
Oh yeah. Nothing else. Yeah. The name aside, but the actual concept of I'm gonna call it great room. I like that better. But the
Yeah,
concept
yeah,
of the great room is you get you have one player chosen and he has to face 3 of the same character. So 3 people playing the same character, and they're always going to be Wolf because that's who runs the room. So it's going to be you versus 3 guys who are really good playing Wolf, and you have to play them one after the other, after the other, after the other. It's not just playing Wolf; you're playing 3 different styles of Wolf. So the VF's all a game about habits and examining those and blowing them up. So yeah, each time, every 2 minutes, because VF games are fast. Game's gone. You gotta instantly forget the last one and go to the next one, and pretty much change your game according to your opponent. It teaches you to adapt, so it's really good, and he's in charge of that.
Oh yeah, like I was very thankful for the opportunity just to play against him, Jacko, and Chief Flash, and they brought it, and it was just I'm thankful for the opportunity.
Oh yeah. So how many of those you been in so far?
So far, I've been in 2. One was just me against those 3, and then there was another one that was streamed. Of course, I had the F5 challenge against Gastineau.
Oh, yeah. Let's skip that. You're not gonna mention that. My goodness.
Yeah, but
yeah, but that's good because you can tell. I can tell that she played against them because their style rubbed off on you. So it's like, instead of playing cautious and timid, it's like you're real aggressive. You know what you want to do, and it's helped your game a lot. So we can see your complete jump in improvement, just kind of like Even Pitch was. So you had that same jump. So it's good to see.
Much appreciated.
Yep.
So three more names left. This one requested to be added. Don't know too much about him, but I look forward to the challenge. Digital Samurai.
Oh yeah. Jackie Player runs VF Live Room. So
okay. Wow.
Yeah. It's pretty much a weekly tournament, online tournament. So they do their own thing.
That's what's up. Another request. Craigbot. Well, actually, I kind of chose by default because, Craigbot's a great guy, and just I'm finally glad to see him on stream before because I know I had played against him a few times, but never really saw him play a lot. So I was really thankful for the opportunity to see you and him go at it. So yeah, another strong owie that he has, and be great to add to the list to see what I could do.
Yep, that pretty much covers it.
And then the last name, I don't know how to say this name. His gamer tag is Jami-san, but it's YTPME Caps, the Kage player.
Yeah, it's was it? I forgot. I don't know.
I just know Kage is his profile pic.
Yeah, so. Jami-san, he's probably best Kage. I'm pretty sure he's best Kage on XBL. Because there's no Kages left anyway, unless Denshin counts. I don't know. Well, we're not. I haven't seen either of them lately, so I couldn't say.
Yeah, and I actually got a chance to play against him. He reached out to me, added me as a friend, and was very good to play with. Very, very, good at teaching me a couple of things, and offered it. And I figured, hey, why not? I'll receive wisdom from any player, whether they're equal, better. It doesn't matter to me. I will receive wisdom from anybody, and really learn some things. And I hope to just keep them going and to apply them as consistently as possible.
Yeah, that's what's up. Okay, so let's talk about Cruiser in your match this Sunday. So so for those who don't know, this Sunday Night Raw, 6 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern will be Blitzball versus Cruiser. So he's trying to mark one off his hit list, and this will be Cruiser, of course. So go ahead.
Actually, this is the run back. This is the rematch.
Oh really? I forgot about that. Okay, because y'all played before. Was it last month?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remind us how it turned out, because it's like I forgot, to be honest. Like I've been busy with other stuff.
It was 10-6 or 10-7 me.
Oh yeah. Okay, I remember it now. That's
it was definitely one of those where I don't think many people expected me to win. And like I said, very understandable. But I was going to be aggressive, and he was one of the owies that I had been wanting to play against, and that's why I called him out after my set against Oneta. I was like, hey, I'm gonna call him out. Go for it.
Okay, so how you gonna treat this match differently? What do y'all think of this match? What's going to be the mindset behind this one?
Well, I definitely expect that he's gonna bring it like never before, as far as compared to last time, which he did excellent last time. But I know that I can't really treat this like momentum or I have the advantage because I won last time. I have to really be on my A game because Cruz is another one that's a veteran, knows his stuff and can back it up.
Yep.
So I have to be as aggressive as before, mix some things up, adapt, a few things that I've learned, from other players that have taught me or just by, watching. And I just have to be aggressive, continue to be aggressive, and don't give them a chance to string any momentum, period.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. So that's what's up. So think you can pull it off? What do you think the score will be this time? It was 10-6 you last time. What do you think it'll be this time?
Well, to be honest, I would like to be able to beat him before he can reach 5 wins.
There you go. That sounds good. Okay. So I think it could be possible. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see if Cruz can adjust your style because your style is real aggressive. But he does play Aoi, and he has Tenchi, so this could be scary.
Oh yeah, and he knows how to use it and is not afraid to use it.
Okay, so let me go to the next question. Going back to the beginning, how did you get started in VF? What drew you to VF?
Kind of interesting. The main game that I started with to kind of really get a feel for what Virtual Fighter was like was Virtual Fighter 4. I wasn't that deep into it, but it was another fighting game. Gave it a try. Fell out of it after about 2 months, but then a good friend of mine that I've known since second grade got me back into it by way of VF4 Evolution.
Yeah.
And ever since I got, I was like, you know what? Why not? I mean, at least it gives me somebody to play against and, me not having to play the computer so much because, I didn't really play too many fighting games with others unless I was at their house. But,
Right.
But, one of our main rival fights that we just did so much was me as Pi versus him as Owie. Like, I can say to this day we had at least a good 200 Pi versus Owie matches.
Oh wow. Okay, so y'all went in.
Yes. And ever since that, that really kind of pulled me into just sticking with Virtual Fighter as like one of my main, 3D fighters. And then as I continued to grow on my love of pro wrestling, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna mess around with Wolf. He's a pro wrestler. I love pro wrestling. And pretty much, I just was absorbed by him because one of the main things that drew me was, seeing a lot of, certain moves that were moves that I used to see a lot in pro wrestling that I really thought were cool. So I was like, oh snap, I can like give somebody the rock bottom. I can give somebody the, and it was just really cool. So I kind of, when I had the transition to VF5, I kind of grew a little bit towards Go because he had changed so much between VF4 Evolution and 5.
Yeah.
And main reason why I picked him up because I was starting to feel a little lazy and down on myself because wasn't really doing that well online as Wolf. But as time went by to the point where Final Showdown came out, and I just I picked Wolf back up, and it's just like, you know what? I'm a stick with him. Whether he's my main or sub, I'm a stick with him. And then just eventually grew to be my main as I really sat down and just learned what kind of damage and stuff Wolf could actually do, which I really didn't do before.
Yeah. So you leveled
So
up then, like big time probably.
yes, but main start was where I played like consistently was for Evolution, but my main introduction into Virtual Fighter was VF4.
Okay. So being a part of VFDC, when you joined VFDC about when? Like, was it VF4 era, VF5, or was it Final Showdown?
It was right as it was like I think a couple of months or so before 5 came out.
Hmm. Okay, so around '07, '08, around there.
I believe so.
Yeah, so it's like me around same time I joined pretty much. So okay, so being a part of the community, for a minute, you have an impression of the community. So what do you think of VFDC or the American scene, or just our level of play, or just our attitudes and our study habit? What do you think overall?
I think overall the people on here are very consistent. I think the people definitely make an effort to really kind of teach each other in a ways where you know they'll play and play and play each other and just will discover new things. Like I look at the shout box and just the different things that you know different players are explaining as they play their matches, and just really you know they're not afraid to share in that. And that I think that's awesome, especially for any newcomers that were to give VF5 Final Showdown a try and make an account on here, see what it's all about. I think it's really good for them, and how people are so open and welcoming to, hey, new talent,
Yeah.
see what they got. So that's definitely a benefit of this site.
Hmm.
As far as like trash talk, I mean, it's typical. I mean, on any sort of forum or anything like that.
I mean, it's a
But
competitive game with dudes, so yeah, it's gonna happen.
yes, for sure. But as far as like the scene, the American scene, I think is very well established, and I think it definitely has potential because I mean, we say main thing was for the longest time this game was dominated, by the Japanese, and it's totally understandable. But
Yeah, it kind of still is, but go ahead.
but I feel like from me keep when I started really keeping up with like tournaments and streams and stuff like that, ever since I saw Chief, or not just Chief Flash, but also Gentleman Thief emerge, I
Yeah.
felt like, hey, the American territory's got a chance to be a threat.
Yeah, it gave you a
And
glimmer of hope, right? When he fought against like like Japanese players and Evo and stuff like that, and held his own, or fought Fudo, or beat Ichizan, stuff like that, right?
oh, definitely, like Sega Cup was one of my favorites. That year where him and Fudo fought in the finals.
Yeah, most definitely, man. GT putting up the fights, most definitely. So it's a shame he couldn't come in 2013. I see him around on XBL still, so he's still around. But yeah, that's best VF player in the entire Western Hemisphere, whether it's Europe, America, South America, Africa, wherever. If it's not Japan, GT is the best. And guess what? He has no scene. He plays almost entirely online. The only time he plays offline is pretty much against me when I go down to the CEO once a year. And he
Ah,
might have some local players, but they don't even really play. So he got all his skills from studying Japanese, pretty much X copying their stuff, dissecting what works and how it works, and then just crafting theories and applying them in matches to see if they work or not, like in room matches and player matches and stuff. So it was just wash, rinse, repeat. So he learned how to
yeah.
beat Japanese players online, just entirely online.
Mm-hmm. Oh
So
wow.
it is possible. So matter of fact, I don't know if you know the story, but at Evo, right? 2012. Like the
Okay.
game just came out. The game literally, Final Showdown literally came out like a week before. It was like no, it was like or like a week or 2 weeks before Evo. No, I'd say a month. Now I think about it, about a month. So it's been out about 4 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Final Showdown's been out in Japan for like 2 years at that point.
Yep.
And then the Japanese invasion came. I think it was Shironoko who won. Fudo won. Shironoko was second, and a bunch of other players. Alpine, who's been playing since VF3, 10, 15 years. And then, Tokido was in. Tokido was beating everybody in every game. KOF, Soul Calibur, Street Fighter, whatever. And he came in and played VF. And he had none other than a coach that was Fudo himself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was playing against GT. So, by all means, Tokido should have won. Because Tokido is not a stupid player. He's really smart. One of the smartest
Definitely.
players out there. But they were playing a match, and it got so bad against Tokido. He was getting beat up so bad that he looked over to Fudo, who was kneeling right beside him. And Fudo just looked at him, and he just shrugged his shoulders like, I don't know what to tell you. He's like, you're just done. And he was like, he lost the match. And then afterward, he walked up to GT, and he was like, of course he speaks English. He was like, well, how'd you learn the game? How do you learn the game? Like, it's been out a month here. And
Yeah.
GT was like, well, I just watch videos and play online. And Tokyo looked at him like, what? Like no way. Like, he thought he was lying. Like, he was expecting to say that he went to this Japanese arcade or whatever. No, entirely online. So that shows you right there
Dang.
it's possible. So
Oh yeah, that's living proof for sure.
yeah, so GT's that dude. And he's on your list. So you're gonna face him sometime down the line.
Indeed, I look forward to it. I've gotten a chance to like one of the big things about him that just like when I played him for the first time, it was just online. I believe it. I'm not sure if it was ranked or player match. I played him, and one of our fights it came down to final round. It was 2-2, and I don't know what it was, just like his experience and just what he's learned and what he's capable of. But that round that he beat me, it was like he knew like 100% of everything that I was gonna do and throw at him and countered every bit.
Right.
Like I think I may have only gotten like barely him down to half life,
Mhm.
and it destroyed like my spirit. And I was just like, okay, he just ran away with that like it was nothing.
Yeah.
So,
It happens
but
though.
yeah, but it's stuff like that that's really cool. I mean, to be able to see that and then to be able to do that, I mean, that's awesome. I mean, it shows that you're a threat to competition, that you can bring it.
Yeah, man. See, you got it. You see, you got that right attitude, man. That's what's up. So, matter of fact, we're kind of on the subject. But what do you think we can do to stack up against Japan?
Well, I think one of the things that would be really good. I mean, I don't know how often this is done because I know it's mostly at tournaments, big headlining tournaments like final round, Evo, what may. But I really just feel that as we're continuing to play, here in the American scene and just level up and level up, I just feel like more opportunities to kind of play against the Japanese players. I really think we'll eventually get to that point because I know that opportunities are limited because distance, connection, travel, stuff like that. But like if it was up to me and I was in full control, I would present those opportunities to the best of my ability to really kind of get them to face off.
Hmm.
So I really feel like more opportunities to really show them what we can do, like by fighting them. I think is one of the things that would really give us the opportunity to learn from that and come back stronger. Like a whole crowd of Super Saiyans. Come back stronger.
Yep, it sounds like it wasn't needed the most, pretty much just to be able to face them. You like past couple years is only once a year, so we need more times to be able to play them. But we'll see in the future, especially hopefully if the rumored VF6 is actually getting made, which it could be. So we'll see how that goes. But let me move on to the next question. Like
All right.
of course you play Wolf and you have your fighting style and stuff like that. It's pretty aggressive, but just in your own words, how do you describe your fighting style? Because you're gonna be playing Cruiser, of course. So what are your strengths that you're gonna use and your weakness you have to guard against him? So
Um, gonna definitely use my poke into throw game. I love to throw. I mean, as obvious as it is, I love to throw. Um, I'm not afraid to open a match with a burning hammer, as been proven many times. Um, Low drop kick is my best friend in so many ways. When looking back at previous matches, low drop kick is my best friend. Um, and now that I've also gotten a few tips from a certain Jami-san, hopefully I will be able to throw skate more. Um, F5, F5, and F5. Uh, and bait as far as not finishing certain strings in order to bait them more, because I have a bad habit of like always finishing a screw hook, always finishing a dragonfish blow. you know
yep,
those those two string or three string attacks. you know I have to delay them sometimes, or just not do the remaining string to kind of throw his game off. Because one of the things that I remember seeing uh, when I played Chief Flash is a lot of times he would stagger me and then zone in for the throw, whether it's like a burning hammer or F5, or
hmm
just will catch me before I can recover and duck in time,
yeah,
where he could easily decide to do like a punishing combo instead. But he will zone in for the throw, because I mean the first instinct on my mind is to recover from stagger and block, but in doing that you leave yourself open for a throw.
yeah. You're essentially, yeah, when you're in stagger and they don't get anything guaranteed out of it, you're essentially in like -9 position. So it's like a knee tackle. It's like reverse knee tackle for you. So a lot of people don't realize that. I'm glad you realize that. Like I'm glad. See the stuff you said like that and delaying strings. Like you really know you crossed over into the realm of intermediate territory when you do that, because just a lot of players don't do that and they get blown up. Don't know why. So, but once you do that, you know you can adapt because you're actually changing your stuff up according to the situation. So yeah, I'm glad to hear you reach that point.
Yeah, for sure. Like, just looking at past matches, and because I try to view like my sets at least a good 2 to 3 times after the original record date.
hmm
So I mean, just to study film, scout.
Yeah, that's how you
And
do. You win, or especially if you lose, you take the video if you got it. If you go to replay or something like that, record it or look at it, see what you did wrong. Go to dojo, figure out how to beat it. Watch, rinse, repeat. So
that's the plan for sure.
yeah, that's what's up, man. So I think that's all I got for questions. So I mean, you got anything else that you'd like to add, or any shout outs or anything like that?
Well, first off, I'd like to say I'm looking very forward to this Sunday's Raw. This is a great card that we have here. Think everybody's looking forward to the main event, especially to see two greats in action, such as Chief Flash and Denkai. So definitely a lot to look forward to. Um, Shout out to you for the success of Sunday Night Raw, and just sparing your time to stream and to make that available.
I appreciate it.
And oh yeah, Anytime, anytime. And to all the players out there that, always are up for, giving me an opportunity to play them, to give me advice, coach, whichever. I'm open to all that, and I'm just thankful to be a part of this VFDC community, and I hope to continue on with each of you and grow.
You know what? Like I lied because you mentioned something that I actually want to expound upon for a little bit. So, talk about new players. We actually got, especially now, more than since VF4, like we have new players, so many new players interested in VF. People talking about, oh, VF's dead. Especially the worst of the bunch are VF players that say, oh, VF's dead. Oh, nobody cares. Scene's dying. This is not just doom and gloom. And they're actually making the scene worse by being like that, being negative like that. But like there's actually, from my experience, more people interested in VF than ever before. You had Justin Wong playing, you had Ryan Hart coming back, Tokido. I mean, you have DOA players coming in left and right, interested in the game, and especially since they got VF characters, and DOA is made them more interested in VF than ever before. So I see DOA players on PSN all the time. So we have those players, Street Fighter players, Tekken players, Soul Calibur players, all kinds of people interested in VF, but they're afraid to take the plunge for a variety of different reasons. So for those scared to get into VF, like, how do you say they should get started, or how do you think?
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where, I mean, for me, like I said, it was one of those things where I, gained interest as I played more, and it's one of the things where you have to start at some point. Like you have to take the initiative to whether it's mess around with a few characters or just learning the game. Like one of the main things that I always do when I go to play a fighting game for the first time, always go to training every time. Always go to training mode, learn a couple of characters, learn some moves, if there's a tutorial, 50-50 chance I'll mess around with the tutorial. And then after about maybe between an hour and a half, or between a half hour and an hour and a half of training, I'll play, arcade, or, if I have a friend over, or, I'll play with them. And then eventually, I'll give it a shot online, barring any connectivity. But I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to start off, in the fuel of the fire. I always start off, in training mode. You gotta learn the game. You gotta see how it plays. It's just one of those things where, you have to start at some point.
That's very much true. So it sound like sound advice right there. Really, information out there. There's videos out there. And there's the community itself is known for the longest time. The VF community has been known to be the most helpful, and inviting, like as far as like teaching new players in all of FGC or whatever you want to call it. So
Yeah.
take advantage of those resources, and you got to keep playing. That's the main thing. If you stop, I mean, well, you're not gonna learn anything. So,
And not to mention the directional punch, kick, and guard. That's it.
yep, you don't
That's
have
it.
50-11 hit combos with like one frame timing, or just frame attacks or something like. Well, my character does, but you don't have it in the middle of like a huge jungle combo or something. Nah, you don't have that. It's real simple. Punch,
Indeed.
kick, guard, your directions. So everything else is just learning the system. That's really what it is. You learn the system, you learn the game. So you can go to the VFDC wiki for that. So
Not to mention it has one of the best dojo training modes in a fighting game, like in general, especially since VF4. Well, one of my favorites is VF4 Evolution. That training mode was like, oh man, top notch.
yep. That's true. At the time, most definitely. So, because at the time, you didn't have training modes for the most part, except for maybe like CVS2. But for, I don't know, like Third Strike or something, they didn't have a training mode. It was, maybe Tekken or something like that. Soul Calibur, I don't think they had a training mode. I don't think they did. Maybe. I'm not sure, but I doubt it.
Oh yeah, the first one did. Yeah, the first one did.
Okay.
I
This
know
is way back in 2000, 2002, 2004. So,
Yeah.
it was still like a luxury to have a training mode.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think with Tekken, I don't think training mode was introduced until Tekken 2.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Tekken 2 was like 97, so I can see them having it. But, yep. I mean, so, another, long story short, you got the tools, take advantage of it. And play. You know, play, 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 play. That's number one thing. Number two is take advantage of the tools while you're playing. The tools available, online resources, people, community, whatever. So, but yeah.
Oh, definitely.
All right, so that's all I got. You got anything else?
Just want to say one last thing. Wanted to mention, just for anybody else that enjoys fighting games, two of my all-time favorites, Garou Mark of the Wolves and Samurai Showdown 4 Amakusa's Revenge. So,
There you go. You gonna try and play people on it or something?
any that want to. I mean, I know it would have to mostly be offline for Samurai Showdown, but Garou Mark of the Wolves is on Xbox Live.
Well, there you go. That's all she wrote. So, all right, that's all I got. Thank you for coming through, Blitzball champ. You're gonna see him Sunday, this Sunday, Sunday Night Raw, number 46. He's gonna be an undercard right after the main event. So Blitzball champs match is gonna be him versus Cruiser, Wolf versus Ally, first to 10. You're gonna have maybe Oneida versus BG if they confirm with me. And then also the main event, you're gonna have the one everybody is waiting on most definitely is Denkai versus Cheap Flash, two of the best VF players in America. So if you want to see high level VF, you better come this Sunday and watch. It's gonna be at 6 p.m. Eastern Sunday. Sunday. So okay, that's all I got. Thank you for tuning in and peace out.
Thank you so much for having me. God bless.
All right, appreciate it.